Look. Hey, yo, Jay. Make sure you give it that feeling, man. Yo, East, let's go. Why would I turn back? My status, I earned that. It's out of me, learned that. I come from the pavement, I'm right with a curve back. Some niggas live life like that. What's up, people? Welcome to the show. I just wanted to do a quick reminder to please subscribe to R8RBEAR family page. It's just $5 a month. You can cancel at any time, but you won't want to because I do private shows just for subscribers and for subscribers only, where we talk one-on-one live, and it's a lot of fun. If you look right down there next to the green badge, there's a blue thumbs up. Click on that green badge, and you're on your way to subscribe to to R8RBEAR Live. Kidding. There it is. me. Sound check. 1 2 1 2. Sound check. 1 2 1 2. R8RBEAR! Woo. Still the best damn war cry in all of R8RBEAR Nation. Let's go, Assaltante Oso, that bear you all know. Out of hibernation to entertain R8RBEAR Nation. What? You heard me. Let's go. Oh my goodness. I know she has this stuff here. There you go. Often imitated, never duplicated. That fool with no hand that shouts like Ric Flair. Woo! What? Woo! See it right there. The R8RBEAR! Woo! R8RBEARs! We have some good news tonight too. Not just news, but we have news and good news. So let's do this. So what's up, fam? Welcome to the show. Tradish! R8RBEAR Live. First comment. Woo! MVP tonight goes to, and you guys know I love it when a young lady slides into the sausage fest that my medal round is often referred to because it's won by so many dudes. Well, tonight, Anna Diaz Rincon. Girl, what are you doing in the medal round? Here we go. Second place, my silver. Another Raiderette, Karina. Woo! Hello. What's up, though? Welcome to the show. Anna Diaz Rincon, my first subscriber ever. Karina Trujillo said hi there. And last but not least, we have the trifecta tonight. In third place, my bronze medal, Tony Carpenter Evans. Stop it. I think that's only like the second time ever where it was an all-female 1, 2, 3 in my show opener. YouTube. Please consider subscription to YouTube because it's free. What are you guys doing? Any of you that's watching my show and you have not subscribed to my YouTube, get out. Put foots in you, except for Jim Vanderlyn, #1 from YouTube. And yes, I do read my YouTube comments. Second, Rodney Fuller on YouTube. And last but not least, on YouTube, let me scroll down to my third YouTuber. Oh, I don't even have a third YouTuber. Oh, yes, I do. John Leon, the Lion.
So what's up, everybody? That's enough shouting, okay? You guys knock it off and let's get to some gosh darn football news. So we have the Bears coming up next. Should be an interesting game, for the obvious reasons. But how do I say this? I think that although I thought the Bears were dangerous, and I know we're on the road to play the Bears, a 10 a.m. game, we're hitting week 7 with a chance to get to 4-3. Now, the Bears have lost their starting quarterback for the game. There's no doubt about it. He's out. I'll read up on what it was in just a moment. But with their starter out, that should be game. Now, we never want to say that, you always want to take your opponent seriously. But with the Bears starting quarterback out, I mean, they were already a bad team. They were already worse than us. If you put the Raiders at full strength against the Bears at full strength, we're still, to Vegas, as far as gambling lines, it would probably be pretty even. But in truth, they don't have the roster we do. They just don't. So if we just play up to par, we would beat them, in my opinion. Okay. So right to their injury report. Now, good news with Devontae Adams, although he was limited Wednesday, he was at full practice for Thursday. Okay. And then Jacorian Bennett, shoulder and knee, still 2 days of limited practice, but we'll see how he looks on Friday. Our defensive end star of football, Max Crosby, is just, working limited practices. I think that's honestly just a veteran thing. I don't think his knee and his thumb would keep him from playing it at full capacity. We know our starter, Jimmy Garoppolo, is out. Tyler Hall is a cornerback. He played limited practice both last 2 days, has an ankle injury. Justin Herron, he's in concussion protocol, but he did get limited practice Thursday. So there's a chance Justin could make it to the game. Nate Hobbs did not practice at all. His ankle is turning out to be a little bit more severe than they had realized. And of course, my favorite linebacker, Robert Spillane, full practice Wednesday and Thursday, although he's dealing with a knee and a shoulder issue. Okay. Let's move on to the Bears. Their list is a little bit longer than ours. Nate Davis is one of their offensive linemen. He did not practice all week, so he's probably out. Dan Feeney, another offensive lineman, he did not practice Thursday and only had a limited on Wednesday. So unless he was able to get a full on Friday, they're probably not going to let him play. So that's Nate Davis and Dan Feeney, 2 important offensive linemen for the Bears that are out. That's just another huge problem. You know what I mean? Okay, it was the right thumb for Justin Fields, quarterback. He has not practiced at all and has already been ruled out of the game, which is awesome. Eddie Jackson, defensive back. He had a limited practice Wednesday, but then didn't practice at all on Thursday. Now, there's 2 ways you can look at that, because that's a lot of DNPs. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 no practice. That does include Justin Fields, though, so we'll wipe that one out. And Rashawn Johnson is a concussion protocol. So it's probably real. I thought maybe it was just veteran rest, but no, I think these guys are out. Okay, now this one that's in, Doug Kramer, offensive line, he just has a thumb problem. He got full practice all the way through. Our former player, Yannick Ngakoue, got full practice on Thursday. He'll get a full on Friday, and we'll face him. Terrell Smith, he's still sick. It just says illness. But he's one of their defensive backs / cover guys. So if they can't get him back, and it looks like they won't, then that helps us a lot. Okay, Darnell Wright, that's the last of the offensive linemen. Again, that's Darnell Wright. He had a shoulder injury. He had a limited practice Wednesday and then did not practice on Thursday. So that's a huge sign that their offensive line is going to be in tatters. Their starter's not going to be out there. So again, not to put too much pressure on our guys, but unfortunately, you know what this means. The news and everyone else is going to expect us to win this game. We're expected to win this game. You know what I mean? If we don't win this game, it's a problem. Okay, let me get back to where we were. You guys can give me your questions, and we'll start going over that stuff. Shade Street, what's up, my guy? Herman Jr., how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Ramiro Cashflow Castro, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show, though. All right, let me see. Keep going. Hey, Tommy, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the show. Much love to my little cub. Rodney Fuller, what's good, Raider Bear fam? It's all good, brother. I think this is going to be the week that Josh Jacobs gets right. And so for those of you watching the show now, I want you to take that mental note into tomorrow. The Raider Bear said that Josh Jacobs will get his groove back against the Bears. Now, that sounds like a shot at the Bears, but in reality, what it is I think their defense is going to be out there so much that they're going to get worn down. We're going to mix up the running game a little bit, mix up the passing game a little bit. And then as soon as we get 10, 13 points and they have none, we're just going to walk them down the field with Josh Jacobs. I could imagine they're just going to go left, go right, throw something short, go left, go right, throw something short, and we'll just walk them down the field. I'm ready for AOC to start this week. Let's see what this kid can do. Rodney Fuller, the premature launch of AOC, I did not like. I felt like Josh McDaniels did not handle that well. Even though we were all excited for him to go, even though I personally felt like he'd be ready to go, I said over and over again, every rookie has rookie bumps in the road. Okay, and what Josh McDaniels, Coach Josh McDaniels did was punish him for his 2 fumbles. You can't put a kid out there, have him have an all right game, make a couple of mistakes that really probably didn't cost us the game. It made it harder to win, but I doubt those fumbles cost us the game. Now, having said that, if they're going to go back to AOC, they just need to leave him in there. Just leave him in there. You know what I mean? Let him go in and get used to it. I think if you let him go in there and get used to it, we would have a greater chance of getting some wins behind us because the players would get behind him. He would get fired up. And for those of you who watched him play at Purdue, you know what I'm saying to you when I say to you, this was a gunslinger, all guts, not afraid to be hit, behind the offensive line, tough, make decisions quickly, kind of quarterback that all the scouts, let us not forget. I know we're already in love with AOC, but let us not forget almost every college scout said, yeah, you want to get CJ Stroud. Sure, you want to get Bryce Young. But after that, the dark horse, the guy that maybe not on everyone's dartboard, they don't have him very high on their draft board, so to speak, draft dartboard. But he is probably the 3rd best quarterback coming out of the nation. That's the scouts that were saying that, guys. And then remember when I looked it up, he was 94.7 on his quarterback rating, almost his whole time at Purdue. So this kid's legit. And one of his greatest skills is he's smart and he's accurate. You get that combination in quarterback. All you got to do now is give him reps. Who cares if he gets hit? Give him reps. You know what I mean? Especially against a Chicago Bear team that's going to go into this game kind of beaten. You know what I mean? They know they're not going to have their starter. They know they're not going to have a lot of their offensive line. They know some of their defensive players are sick and injured. This is going to be a tough game for them. Denton Rhodes, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show with the Space Force. Joe McMillan, Bear. What's up, Steven? Welcome to the show, brother. Always there for R8RBEAR. Garrett Lemsta, what's up, man? I like that. Garrett Lemsta, welcome to the show. Matt Marinovich, what's up, brother? Welcome. Okay, so moving forward a little bit, and then I'll start to take some of your questions because I don't really see questions yet. It seems like everybody's still just saying hi to me right now. So, just real quick, Punks for Autism. That's Punks for Autism. Check them out. Punks. I went the wrong way. Punks for Autism. Check that out. They've got the sweetest shirts. This was the zombie graveyard one, the Halloween style pick. Now, the company Punks for Autism is run by my brother, and more important, it's his company. I don't get anything from it. I'm just plugging him because it's dope. The shirts are all from international artists all over the world. My brother, he's my brother-in-law, but we love each other like brothers. But anyway, my brother went all around and got all these different artists because he was telling the artists it's going to be for autism research, and all the shirts that are bought, the money goes directly to autism research. Now we're doing the same thing here with our stars. So if you're willing to show some stars, show some love, and I'm going to be looking out for people who are doing that. Also, I have a couple of items I want to show you. I have the Raiders black on black Raiders license plate and this sweet, I'm going to make sure I'm not holding it upside down. This Raiders tote bag. It's pretty big. And you wear it on your back. I'm going to have that and some other goodies stuffed in that tomorrow night on tomorrow night's show. I'm not actually auctioning anything off tonight. I'm just fighting for charities tonight and talking football. Doc Raider, R8RBEAR. After the day I had, I really need a drink, but I'm on call. Doc Raider, I got you. Let's get interesting. So with our wide receivers back and mostly healthy, and now we're going to either get Brian Hoyer or AOC. I think it's going to be AOC. I think Brian Hoyer played well enough last week, but I don't feel like they want to get him hurt because we have to remember he's been in the league for 15 seasons. So he's not a kid. He gets banged up sometimes. And if he did now, all we'd have is AOC, and then we'd have to look at the free agent wire, and I'm not interested unless it's Jacoby Myers. Screw Carson Wentz. Okay, that guy's a bum. I want nothing to do with that. John Rogers Jr., what's up? Welcome to the show. And honestly, looking into free agency, there are a handful of guys that can play that it would be cool if we got them on the roster, defensive linemen, interior guys, things like that. But no matter who we get in here, you're getting them in the middle of the season. They're learning the defense on the fly. I would just much rather get healthier. Although the Chandler Jones situation, since he's been removed from the team, that means a lot of his money is going to be off our books. We'll have to probably carry some of it over, but not a lot. So there's probably money in the kitty to go get us another defensive end or defensive tackle, because there's a kid coming out of Leonidas, coming out of the Panthers, and then there's a big offensive lineman I really like coming out of the Bengals. And so I wouldn't mind even seeing that. T-Mac, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Tay should explode against Chicago. Well, but also, Matt, he doesn't have his quarterback. I mean, obviously, we don't think that much of Jimmy Garoppolo. He's not bad, but he's got an accuracy that the other quarterbacks don't. Whereas AOC is stronger than Garoppolo, in my opinion, no doubt about it, and can put it up in the air for Devontae. So I wouldn't mind seeing it. But at the same time, no matter what we do, if we don't get Devontae's numbers up, he's not going to want to play with AOC. He said that publicly. I don't want to be a part of a rebuild with a rookie quarterback. He said that while Derek Carr was still there. Now Derek Carr's gone, and we have a rookie quarterback in a part of a rebuild deal. So the very thing Devontae Adams said he didn't want is what we've put in place. So, no way to know how that'll go. Bill Cox, I'll be honest with you. A lot of people are hoping it's AOC. I would like it to be AOC. I think you should just put him in and let him go, but I don't think it's going to be. I think Brian Hoyer is going to get the start. I don't think it's been announced already, though. T-Mac, Carr's looking like crap tonight. Why are you really? Is anyone really surprised? How many of you remember me telling you when Derek Carr goes to another team, he's still going to be Derek Carr. He's not going to walk in and just suddenly start slanging touchdowns all over the place. You guys have to understand, when he was called a prima donna, that wasn't fair. He's not a prima donna. But what he is, though, is he's meticulous about his numbers. He doesn't want turnovers. He doesn't want to throw interceptions. He doesn't want to fumble the ball. So he does little extra things so that those things don't happen. In other words, if a deep threat on a certain play and they want to throw one deep, he will not throw it unless that guy is wide open. Otherwise, he feels like the ball's going to fall short, and either the cornerback underneath or the safety over the top is going to get an interception. To me, that shows a lack of confidence. He's unwilling to throw that ball. Whereas I just watched Tyrod Taylor on national television lose a game against the Bills, but was putting dimes on him. I mean, dropping long balls all over the place. That kid has touch. And I think AOC reminds me a lot of Tyrod Taylor in that way. He has an effortless sort of get it downfield, and it floats and drops into hands. I want to see that. And I want to see it whether it plays well or not. Give him another chance. What's up, Bear? Just got done with my podcast show, and it will come out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Nice. Good to see you, John. Matt Marinovich said Crosby should eat. Matt Marinovich, I'm predicting 3 sacks against the Bears, and that's a big number. It's a bold prediction, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because I'm the R8RBEAR. I just want to scare the dogs and the cats in the house real quick. Bear! Jose Tariquez, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. All right, he says, the Golden Knights and the Aces have been champions. Is there being pressure put on Davis for the Raiders to win a championship soon? Yes, but can he do it? I think the real pressure that's been put on Davis and the Raiders is, can you stop the Kansas City Chiefs winning one in Vegas? Because we all know, I mean, quietly, that's the elephant in the room, okay? If you're a sports fan of any importance. In other words, if you pay attention to sports, if you watch ESPN, no matter what team you root for, you know that the Chiefs hate the Raiders and the Raiders hate the Chiefs. And now they may get a Super Bowl and win one in our stadium to secure their dynasty. No, okay? No, that cannot happen. Not on my watch. I'll have a fit. Defense is getting a little better each game. T-Mac, I would agree with that. I think that the interior defense, I think, has even been pretty good. It's not like people have been cutting us up all over the place. I still think the run defense right now is better than last year. And for those people who saw there was a deep ball thrown against us and the Patriots, and he just thought he had it. And right at the last second, Marcus Epps went up and caught his arm. And it was like pass interference. But if you watch the replay, it's not, because the ball, right as it touches his hands, he pulls his arm down and he drops it. And then the guy's going, oh, I can't believe it. And he's like, I almost had it, and blah, blah, blah. Marcus Epps jumped right up and went, no, you did it. Pumped his fist because he knew right when that ball got there, he looked up too like he was going to catch the ball, but instead just pulled his arm down. Right when he saw the ball hit his hand, he pulled it down. It was a beautiful play. Marcus Epps is turning out to be a very nice pick for us defensively. Troy Gill, I think it's going to be Brian. My bro, what's up? Brent Knight, welcome to the show. What's up, Bear? Finally caught you on live. Yeah, Sean Scott, I appreciate that. And, honestly, I think a lot of Amir Abdullah, I think we're going to run the ball a little bit. I really do. Because the Bears pride themselves on defense. Their quarterback is out. So we already know they're going to struggle on offense. So if we make their defense struggle, they'll give up quickly. And I don't mean that to sound like an insult to the Bears, like giving up. You know what I mean? It's not always bad when a team gives up. If it's the third quarter and you're down 37-14, just put in some of the backups, put in some of the backup guys, and just let them finish the game. You're not trying to win it at that point. You know what I mean? I don't think like that's giving up. I think that's protecting your players, your other players on your team's health, and just, focusing more on the rest of the season moving in front of you. So, Tony, make it dip. Another win this week sounds good. What's up, y'all? You know what? Honestly, I think that we're going to get to 4-3 for sure. I don't like the Chicago Bears even at home in this game. I don't. And their quarterback's going to, come at us. They're going to try to build up a scheme for them. So they'll look competitive probably early on, but they will wear down. They'll wear down. Once we put Josh Jacobs on them and it starts getting to the third quarter, the Bears will start thinking about next week. I guarantee it. Prayers go out to Israel. Travis Kelly, appreciate that. Respect. Well, Joe McMillan, I would rather see AOC. I don't understand why we want to look at a 15-year-old or 15th year quarterback. I don't understand what that does for us. I don't know what that does for our young kid. If Garoppolo's really out, let AOC get in there. It's not going to mess with his confidence. I guarantee you any good quarterback wants to be in there right now. And I can't believe, even if there was a story about it, I wouldn't believe that AOC doesn't want to play. Aiden O'Connell wants to play. And so I think you put him in. Maybe he doesn't fumble twice this time. Maybe he throws one interception, but 2 touchdowns. And then we grind him with Josh Jacobs and win the game. I'd love to. And 3 sacks from Max Crosby. 3. Heard it here first. Tony Make a Dip said we should air the ball out. Well, Tony, I'm not against that. That is our way. But I would rather get AOC. If we get AOC, I say do it. If it's Brian, no. Although Brian threw a couple balls over the middle to Mayer and others that were pretty nice. And then the touchdown he threw to his former teammate with the Patriots, pretty nice. Excuse me. Ryan Robert Bringhurst, welcome to the show. And he says, I'm feeling bad about the game against the Bears. Ryan, there's nothing wrong with that. You always have a certain amount of fans that may see this as a trap game. In other words, maybe our own players take this game too lightly, go in there too relaxed, and suddenly they game plan Max Crosby. So instead of just letting Max Crosby beat their right tackle all day, they're going to go heavy on that side, help him with a tight end, help him with a running back that comes over and shoots and helps the guy block him. If they do that and they do it successfully and we can't get pressure on their guy, Any quarterback in this league can win if you don't get pressure on him. Any quarterback. Even that Power Ranger in green and white in the New York Jets. In the New York Jets system. I swear every time he takes his helmet off, I want to go Power Rangers. That little short blonde hair, he just looks exactly like what the Power Rangers would look for in an actor. I'm just saying. T-Mac's okay with Hoyer. T-Mac, honestly, I'm okay with it too, but at the same time, we don't learn anything from that. And so if you have him out there for the next 2 or 3 games and we win 1 and lose 2, okay, we're happy about that. But, you just have AOC sitting there just clapping. We're losing precious time that we could be using justifiably in this time. You don't want to take the ball away from Garoppolo if he's healthy and ready to go. But since he's hurt, you justified in putting the kid in there and let him show you what you have. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm one of the first, whether it's Caleb Williams in the draft next year or not, they're going to be looking at a quarterback again if AOC can't show us he can do it. He's got to show it. They got to let him show us he can do it. Bear, I'm cruising home listening to your podcast. What's new? Dustin King. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. What's new is the Bears quarterback is out and they have injuries up and down their offensive line and not like little ones. You know what I mean? One guy's sick. Another guy's got a concussion. So there's no way to know what their offensive line is going to be like, but probably not very good. Okay, I think the Bears are an easy win, and it'll be a good confidence builder for O'Connell. Completely agree. Brent Knipe, I think AOC should just start for the rest of the season. Your thoughts? Agreed, Brent. I agree. I would go as far as saying even if he got hurt, like what happened with Anthony Richardson with the Colts, you don't want to see that. But at the same time, if you had another starter in there instead of Anthony, with the Colts, and that guy had gotten hurt, then Anthony would be in and he would be having the same growing pains, but getting through them, though. Get snaps in their resume. You can't have them just sitting on the sideline, especially when, remember, the most important thing for an owner and a pro coach, you got to have your guys in their early contracts. When you get these guys, like, look at what they're doing to Josh Jacobs. They're just trying to extend that period of time where they don't have to pay him a bunch of bucks and they can just let him go and someone else will, $17 million or something like that a season, because you had him on his rookie deal and they want to get these rookie deals and keep them on him for as long and what they cost for as long as they can. Nubbin Ain't Lovin' picked up the Raiders defense in my fantasy league for this game. Let's go, Max. I'm predicting 3. I'm predicting 3. No doubt about it, sacks. 3 no doubty bouties. Tony Carpenter Evans. Don't forget, stars contributed to the show go directly to charity like Kids for like early onset cancer with St. Jude. Sorry, I've been stumbling on my words the last couple of days. You don't understand how rusty you get at this when you've had a week or 2 off. But we're still sending to St. Jude's. We're doing a lot with them. Don't forget, last year and the year before, we were working with CNBC and Kids in Need of Desks, the Kind Fund. We pledged to get 12 to 13 kids in school. We finished with 28. And it was because of Raider Nation and contributions like those. And don't forget, tomorrow, I'm going to be auctioning off some really cool stuff. I have the black on black license plate that makes your car just look super dope. And the black on black Raiders backpack. Very cool. You're putting it up tomorrow. Jimmy Motto, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. What do we get for Renfro if we even get anything? We would get picks, John. We would just a pick. Renfro's probably considered to be a 3rd rounder or a 4th rounder by most other teams, and the Raiders will want a 2nd or a 3rd rounder, and then they'll meet somewhere in the middle. Because remember, there are 3rd round picks that even if you don't think he's a 3rd round pick, you can give him a late 3rd round pick. See, if it's a late 3rd round pick, they may not mind giving that up, because that would be similar to an early 4th round pick, which is where most teams want to be anyway. So if you happen to be separated by 15 picks, so what? You know what I mean? The money's not that different. So Matt Marinovich, Hoyer is a backup and a glorified quarterback coach like George Blanda was for us. No one is like George Blanda was for us. And I know you know that, Matt, but I had to say that out loud. Okay, let's see. Tay likes Aiden and can throw the rock and is not afraid to toss it. Yeah, Matt, but he's still got to prove he can do it and do it consistently and keep him in the game. John LaJoy, I think the Raiders will win on Sunday. Even though we're going to be on the road, I don't feel like the Bears are better than us. And what I've said many times in the past, is that when you have a Max Crosby, when you have a Marcus Peters, those are guys that you want to walk down a dark alley with, okay? It's not just that they're tough, they're scrappy. It doesn't matter how tough the other guys might be on the other side of that aisle. When we walk down it, we're going to get through there. We might be scuffed up, but we're going to get through it. See, we have those kind of players. And I just feel like if the defense continues to adopt that attitude, when we get in these games with other teams that have similar records to ours, I feel like we're better than all those teams. I really do. I feel like we're better than those teams. The only one I see coming up that looks like it may be a big problem in these next coming games. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay. We just got past the Patriots. We're going to the Bears. And then after that, the Lions and the Giants, but the Giants at home. So I'm excited about that. We'll get the Giants at home. So on the road for the Bears, on the road for the Lions. Now, if we get the Bears and we get out of there relatively unscathed, in other words, no more injuries to Devontae, everyone comes home fairly healthy, I see the game against the Lions as we would have a possibility there. The Bear game is at 10 a.m., but the following week is the evening game for the Raiders, 5 o'clock. Or is that Monday Night Football? Maybe Monday Night Football. I'm not sure, but that's week 8. And I like our shot. I like our chances in that next patch of games. If we get the Bears and somehow can get past the Lions, I definitely think we could beat the Giants. And that'd be one hell of a win streak to get your season back on track. And that's very doable. It's not like the Lions have been world killers that long. They're just now really starting to be, a team to be feared. So teams like that can still get caught. Jesse Parker, my clothes designer. What's up, Jay? Welcome to the show. JP in the house. Bear, why don't we rotate our running backs more? Fresh legs. Bill, because Josh McDaniels is not a very good coach. I don't know how to say it any better than that. When you see little strange things happening like that, that's on the coach. When it's things that you could put to bed if it was just talked about. You know what I mean? Like, for example, did anyone really get on AOC about ball protection going into that game his first start? Probably not. You know what I mean? They may have, but probably not. Glenn Medina, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. I'm doing great, brother. Getting healthier every day. What about a big need at trade line deadline? I was talking about this earlier. I feel like they may look for defensive end help just because you can't keep using Max Crosby's destiny and just getting pressure from the right side over and over again. Troy Gill said this game scares him. Troy, honestly, I'm getting a lot of that, and I don't doubt it. You know what I mean? I understand people's worries. They look at it as a trap game. And I even just said a moment ago, in what way? I don't know if you were here, so I'll just repeat it. There's a chance the players go into this game thinking we got this. It's just the Bears. You know what I mean? And we got to hope they don't do that because if they do, it would be dangerous because I watched the Bears against the Commanders. I always forget because I want to say Redskins, but the Commanders in Washington, they played Washington well. You know what I mean? So there's a chance they could play us well. Yeah, but Blanda won a lot of games when LaMonica got hurt. Very true. I saw O'Connell start against the Bears. Oh, I think you meant to say I say O'Connell starts against the Bears. No, it's not Corinna Trujillo. It's just a bang up. They're not calling it an injury. AOC just had some stuff in his shoulder, but he's fine. Should have been taking 2-string quarterback reps since week 1. John Leon, again, we're in agreement. Always got to be aware of trap games with our Raiders. Ain't never any room for comfort when watching them. Well, I don't know if I'm on board with everyone that this is a trap game. A trap game requires you to still have a lot of your tools, though. See, for example, to me, the trap game is the Lions. I feel like the Lions are good this year, but I don't think that they're consistent good. And so if we take them seriously and go in there and really try to hold the ball, grind their defense and put points on the board, touchdown, field goal, just like that. And then maybe touchdown, going through the third and fourth quarter. If we can do that, we'll beat the Lions. And they look scrappy, man. I'll give them credit. But I just feel like in scrappy games, I always favor the Raiders. When you have players that give you that mentality, like they're scrappy, and then you get into a scrap game with other teams, I always like us. Yeah, John LaJoy. He does look like a black and gold Power Ranger, like one of those special ones. Does anyone know what Derek Carr's doing right now? He's in the back practicing his put it on me. You guys, you should put this one on me. Don't put this one on the team. You put this one on me. I can carry this for the other two, for my teammates. Now let's go Raiders. I mean Saints. Sorry, guys. James Farrell, Saints had a wide open receiver to tie the game on 4th down, and he dropped the pass. Thank you for the play-by-play, James. I appreciate that. And now they lost. Steve Merchant, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Jeremy Friedland says no team will want to pay Renfro the $13 million. Yeah, but Jeremy Friedland, when he gets to the new team, he can restructure. The agents can work out with the new team and say to them, just get us there and we'll restructure. I don't know how many of you noticed, but our former tight end that also went with Derek Carr to the Saints restructured his deal, and Renfro will do the same. Okay, let's see. Jeremy Friedland said Jacobs needs to go for 25 plus for 120 yards. I don't know that he has to, but I know that anytime we get Josh Jacobs around 100 yards, we usually win. I think that's kind of a fact. I think it's something like 19-4 or something like that. In games where he gets 100 yards, we win. Bill Cox said we have to feed Adams. He's getting upset. Yeah, honestly, Bill Cox, because Adams is so talented that most defensive backs he faces on a week-to-week basis, he knows he can beat them. He's gifted enough with his shake coming off the line. Guys don't jam him well. He's physically bigger than a lot of these DBs, so you can just put the ball in the vicinity of Devontae Adams, even if he's covered, and he will go up, out battle the DB for the ball and come down with it. And so I'm getting frustrated right along with Adams because you don't see 50-50 balls ever thrown to him. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it means 50% it could go to Devontae or 50% it could end up in the DB's hands because he's got solid coverage on Devontae Adams. I don't think that's true. In my opinion, and I know some of you else believe this too, Devontae Adams is open on every play that he's single covered. If you single cover him, he's open because whoever he's up against, he's going to box him out, go up and bring it down or get pass interference because he's a veteran wide receiver. He's smart enough to understand if that's the play he needs to put in play, he'll reach his arms up early, act like he was swatted down, and then get a call. So I think more should be being done with Devontae Adams. He's not a normal wide receiver that has to be open on every play and you go, okay, now because he's open, I throw it. No. Sometimes you just put it up. If he's in single coverage, you put it up, man. And he's shown he can do it. He beats guys, one-on-one all the time. Let's see. Any Michael Mayer needs to keep getting targets. Well, see, to me, the sign of a bad coach is when the fans come out and complain about something, and then the very next week, you see a reaction to that. And we've been seeing that with Josh Jacobs Josh McDaniels, damn it. We've been seeing that with Josh McDaniels since week 1. He keeps, you guys want to, okay, here. You want to see more of Josh? Okay. You know what I mean? I don't like it. Mike Mayer didn't get enough touches. Okay, we'll look for that. Well, of course you should. What's going on? I would argue that what Josh McDaniels does, and this is going to sound weird to you, but I guarantee you, if you look for it, you'll see what I mean. Do you notice some week, do you notice 1 week you'll have Amir Abdullah, You'll have Amir Abdullah getting carries, and he's getting carries. Josh Jacobs getting carries. Suddenly, Jakob Johnson's in there catching a ball, and so on and so forth. Some Zeus in Zamir White. He does that. Now Hunter Renfrow doesn't get throws, and Michael Mayer doesn't get throws. And then the following week, he doesn't use those other running backs. He uses just Josh Jacobs, and then goes Hunter Renfrow, Michael Myers. Hunter Renfrow, Michael Mayer. Excuse me, I said Miles. Halloween spirit in me. But the point is he seems to listen to the public. And then on top of that, he seems to activate certain people. Okay, for this week, I want you and you and you and you in the main attack. And then he doesn't adjust. He just keeps going to those guys. So I guess this upcoming game, it's going to be going to Devontae Adams a lot because they didn't really target him a lot in the last game, or at least not as much as they would have liked. And same thing with Michael Mayer. So watch them to kind of telegraph. I don't like it. Vicky Ginn, what's up? Welcome to the show. Bear, why are our rookies so bad defensive end? Well, okay, going into this, I said that Tyree Wilson concerned me, okay, as a defensive end rookie. And you notice everyone's just gone silent on him because he's doing nothing. Nothing, guys. I mean, in the games he's been in, he's doing literally nothing. He's not stopping the run. He's not getting sacks. He's not knocking the ball down. He's not getting in front of plays. He's not making tackles. He's just playing poorly. Now, all I can say to you is that if you make your game a power game and then you face the biggest offensive lineman in the NFL, you better be pretty freaking strong, okay? And Tyrell Wilson is very strong, but not that strong. You can't have guys come in the NFL as first round picks and say they're going to be bull rushing on every play, okay? Because then you're predicting a Khalil Mack. And think about that for a second. It's the Khalil Macks of the world. You know, Max Crosby's, guys that are special at that position that throw people around. You can't just bring some kid out of the college ranks and say, okay, Tyree Wilson's going to do that. Yeah, he's a big guy, but he's clunky. And again, I know you guys remember me saying this way back when we picked him before he'd even taken a snap. I said too stiff, too clunky. He moved like robot kaiju. And more importantly, he has zero bend. You cannot have zero bend and go after quarterbacks. You just can't. You guys see Max do it all the time. He tips those shoulders, bends and stretches his back and gets angles with speed. That's why he beats people so often. And if it's not that, it's his spin move. And if it's not that, it's his bull rush sometimes because he is that powerful. That's why Max is so special. Hi, Vera. But the truth be told, Tyree Wilson is starting to look like a bust. R8RBEAR, I'd love to stay beat the Lions, but they look for real this year, and they have a nasty defense. Well, Doc Raider, I agree with that. I do. I agree with that. Now, the reason why I say we have a chance against the Lions is because I don't think they've gotten used to winning. Even though at one point I think they were 6-0, and now I think they're 6-1. So obviously they're good, and they've gotten used to winning this season. But has it set in yet? You know, are they still, because most of this team that lost last year and the year before that, it's the same team. It's just they're gelling, and they're gelling behind that quarterback. And, sometimes I've said this many times, sometimes a player just needs 3-4 seasons to really blossom and become a star. Unlike Derek Carr, who needed more than 9 and is still losing. I told all of you he was going to go to the Saints and do this, didn't I? I said Derek Carr is going to go to the Saints and be Derek Carr. In other words, he's going to throw a lot of balls between the 20s and then, couldn't score. Oops, turnover, fumble. Oops, interception. Gosh darn it. Put that on me, guys. Put that on me. We are Derek. Stop asking for it, okay? Mark Alvarez, family in the house. Are we playing Uncle Rico this Sunday game? Seriously, Hoyer has a better chance winning than O'Connell just because of the experience. Well, Mark Alvarez, I don't have an argument with that. And more importantly, Brian Hoyer played well last week. Not perfect, obviously, but we can't expect perfect. But then again, he is a veteran. We know he's not going to make stupid mistakes. He'll make mistakes, but not bad ones, throwing away interceptions right at guys and things like that. He'll throw it out of bounds. He'll play well enough. Let's see. Tony agrees. AOC's got to be the guy. Rod Stiffington, what's up, brother? Well, long time no see. Coke, I got to put that on the screen. Coke Nose Davis and Mick Fookface are stepping on their own players. Oh, Rod, welcome to the show. Rack up. Jeremy Freeland, AOC needs to get the ball out much quicker. Was awful that first game. Jeremy, he does get the ball out quick on plays that get the ball out quick. That's the problem. On plays where it doesn't get the ball out quick, he tends to linger with the ball. And then if he doesn't get a good throw off, he gets in trouble because of the offensive line. They're not meant to hold for 7 seconds. This is a 3 to 5 second offensive line. Between 3 and 5 seconds, snap, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. Now the pressure's coming because our offensive line can hold to right about 4 to 5, 1,000, but that's it. What's up, Bear? I think Biden would be a better coach than McDaniels. Oh, man. Hey, look, I'm not going to get into politics, okay? But we should stop dogging the guy because he's old, okay? When you want a doctor, which one do you want? The young one or the old one? You want the old one, the guy that really knows it. He's done 100 surgeries. When you get a teacher in a university, which one you want? You want the new young whippersnapper or or a teacher that's been around for a while and is respected and has tenure and knows what he's doing? See, to me, a fine wine is better when it's aged. You know what I'm saying? So I don't discriminate against the older of the. You think again, I'm looking at everything. I get both. Foster Morrow's dropping more game-tying touchdowns on final drives. Jeremy Friedland, again, why would he be something that he wasn't for us? You know what I mean? I realize everyone has the aspect of, a player goes to another team and it's a fresh, a breath of fresh air. That is unless they are what we say they are. You know what I mean? We'll be waiting on 10 p.m. news. Hopefully they will have an update on who's starting this Sunday. Yep, I think they will. And I'm guessing it's going to be Brian Hoyer. I'm with the fans. I'd rather see AOC the rest of the way. But to me, if you go with AOC the rest of the way, you find out what he is, you find out for real. You see, can his learning curve and his accident and his mistakes go down as he goes through week after week after week, face the Lions, no fumbles or maybe just one. Okay, then the following week faces the team, one fumble, no interceptions, that kind of thing. If he can keep that kind of play up, then I think we should stay with him. What's up, Mama Bear?
I just wanted to come say hi.
Come say hi. Moses Ruiz said, what up, Raider Bear? I don't know if you covered this yet, but there is talk of a Renfro possible trade. Is there any truth to this? Yeah, there is truth to it because he feels like a gadget player to Josh McDaniels, and he doesn't want guys like that. So, for example, with our other gadget player we had in our tight end that they moved to the Giants, Darren Waller, he has no interest in that kind of stuff. He wants everyone's piece and everyone's job to fit in everyone's position and do it like that. So, what's up, Ma?
I just want to say hi.
And now, without further ado, the Raider of Rage. Okay, so moving on. Reyes Antonio, thoughts on Adams not wanting to be a role player? Well, Reyes Antonio, Adams is going to go in the Hall of Fame. That's just a fact. And wide receivers are always prima donnas. Look at Diggs with the Buffalo Bills and so on and so forth. So when you're one of those high impact players, you don't want to waste games and waste downs. You're trying to make a case for the Hall of Fame. That's how these kids are now. They're thinking about their numbers and winning.
I like that McSniffles.
Rod Stiffington's been on a roll today. McSniffles, just look at his press zombie conference. Yeah. Shane Street, Foster is the one that dropped the catch. Yeah, Shane Street, I mean, I like Foster Moreau. I do. And when we heard that he had cancer, I felt real bad for him. But I also like that they found out that it was in remission and he was able to hook on with the team quickly, especially with a quarterback he's familiar with. That doesn't win.
Wow.
It's Derek Carr. What do you want me to say?
Oh, okay.
David, yeah. She's like, oh, Derek? Oh, well, yeah, okay. David Sotelo, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show.
Vicky Ginn.
What's up, Vicky? Tony, make it dip.
She says she has you on her 55-inch TV.
Nice.
Hi, Marlo.
Vicky Ginn, you have to take a picture for that and post it for me. I need the bragging rights. Jacobs may run better because now they know AOC has an arm and they won't stack the box. Yeah, and Tony, I would say this too. He is good on those quick slants and plays that you just want to go where you want the ball to come out. 1, 2, 3, right foot plants, ball comes out. 3 to 4 seconds. And I was even showing Mama Bear when I was doing video breakdown. He is good on those 3-step drops. Stop and make a decision. 1, 2, 3, stop and make a decision. He's good there. Now, if you use those and you can manipulate the field with Josh Jacobs, that's unstoppable. That's unstoppable. You can hit Mayer, hit Renfro or Andre Carter or Turner underneath Wilkerson, and then go for your deep threats. Once you frustrate them with the running game and the short attack, then you go to Devontae and see if you can wiggle him loose. And I just want to say this again for anyone who's just turning in. Devontae Adams, when he's covered by one guy, he's not. When he's covered by one guy, he's open. You little showboat, what are you doing over here? Huh? You just got to be on the show, don't you? Get him, Bo. Get him, killer. There's Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson. What's up, man? I literally have Bear on my 55. I'm dying. Christopher Waltz, what's up? Welcome to the show. R8RBEAR! We need better linebacker play. Glenn Medina, I have no argument there. And there are going to be guys at the trade deadline that can make us better. So we just have to wait and see if we're going to pick up someone on the trade deadline. But if I had to guess, it's going to be someone we're going to pick up someone on the line. Jason Scott Brown. I know he climbed up on the chair just to get in the shot.
You big boy. You big boy. Come here, give me a kiss. Come here, give me a kiss.
Oh my God.
McDumbass doesn't know how to call a game. Yeah, he knows how to start the script, but he does not know how to finish the job. It's very frustrating. Jason, one more time. Appreciate the love, brother. Marlo said, "Where's his wife?" Well, she for damn sure isn't here. Vicky Ginn. No, stop that.
Let me get in close on that 55-inch.
Stop that.
Hi, Marlo.
No. Behave yourself. I see AOC moving his head a bit more on his reads than Trash Apollo. Either Mick Noseface is not throwing to DA or Trash Apollo is finished like a Mortal Kombat fatality finish him. Man, Rod is feeling it. Will G-String cannot throw far, so DA isn't getting any catches. I don't know if I'd go that far, Anna. All right, here we go. No one's won tonight.
No?
No, she was just asking. Huh? No, I think they meant the football game. Yeah, no one really won. Derek Carr lost, but no one really won. Jeremy Freeland said start Hoyer safe play. Really should be able to handle the Bears with him. Can't have AOC turnovers be the way for a Bears win. You know, honestly, Jeremy Freeland, now you just made the argument I'm trying to make. If you put him in and he wins, he gets over that loss. Who cares if he had his loss in his starter, okay? In the second one, he becomes a starter again. He wins the game. Now going into the Lions, maybe you let him go in there and see what he can do against a tough defense and with a tough defensive-minded coach and see what he can bring out on the road against the Lions. I'd like to see that. Do you think that Pornhub Jimmy is getting traded or playing next season because we can actually sign Kaepernick? Okay, first, Mark Alvarez, stop it.
Kaepernick?
Second,
Why are we going to go down that road?
come on, man.
Oh my God.
What's he going to do? Right when he comes in, he's going to look around. He's going to say, did I really get a new contract?
They take all the Niners rejects.
Black Lives Matter. I don't even want to play. I'm just here to do that. Yeah. Thanks for the money, Raiders.
And we say, go Fidel. He's a great guy.
He actually said that. He said that.
I know.
The guy's a bum. Armando Guzman said, I have a feeling that we going to beat the Chicago Bears. Armando, I mean, they're beatable. They should go down, okay? But we have to understand, when you take on a team that doesn't have their starter, they may pull some flea flickers, some reverses, things like that. So if I'm just hoping we still go in there hungry. I want us to go in there like it's an MMA fight and knock them out. Not go in there like, oh, gee, we're here and it's no problem. We're supposed to beat the Bears because they ain't ready and their quarterback's out, you know. Their offensive line is banged up. I want to see us attack them. And more importantly, a guy like Tyree Wilson, our rookie, if he's going to get numbers, this is the game. If there are a lot of offensive linemen for the Bears out, a lot, at least 4 or 5. So, I mean, that's a lot of guys. You're losing starters and backups. So and then their offensive leader, their quarterback is out. That's too big a hill to climb, guys. I don't think they're built to be a surprise game. The only thing that it gives me surprise is maybe because they're in Chicago trying to rally for their quarterback and win a game. That might work, but outside of that, I don't see it. AP, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Ramiro Castro said we win by a touchdown. Okay. Let's see. Mama Bear, Troy Gill said hello. And Michael Guerrero. Gosh, I miss you both. Wish I could have met you all at the home opener. It's going to happen, Anna Diaz. I just have to get my stuff together. He said, hi, wifey. We've had, no. I'm not reading any more of Vicky Ginn. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know. What's up, Joe? I like the dogs. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Let's see. R8RBEAR, at least O'Connell will be able to throw to Adams. Yeah, but at the same time, I think Brian Hoyer can too. See, there is such a thing as a quick snap deep pass. Now, how does that work? You have to have single coverage. He has to get off the ball and get ahead of his guy, and then immediately the ball comes out. And the safety can't come over to help. He catches the ball. Now he's just got to wiggle through that safety, and maybe he's touchdown. Maybe he gets, just a big gain. But the point is you can throw the ball deep in reality and get deep yardage with quick throws, as long as it's a structured to get him out in the open quick throw. If you have two wide receivers on the left side, let's say, and they run a split, the guy coming to the middle, if the linebackers play shallow, now you throw him the ball quick, he catches it, he's going 25 yards minimum. You see what I mean? And so we can utilize his arm in that way, even if it's Brian Hoyer. Yeah, Glenn Medina, I feel bad for the kid. I don't want to say so too quickly. You know what I mean? Because I think it's unfair, because we keep bringing in these guys that are basically Arden Key. You know what I mean? And it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Cleveland Furl, basically, Arden Key, basically the same guy. You know what I mean? We're just continuously trying to find someone on the defensive end. I just don't understand why the Raiders couldn't see what I saw. I saw what Tyree Wilson was, even in his college football game. You guys are witnesses, okay? I said, basically, I'm not trying to trash the guy. I have 30 plus years experience, though, watching players coming out of the draft, watching their college games, watching their tapes. I've been doing that for 30 years. And I'm telling you right now, right when I watched him, I didn't like him. I just didn't like him. He's just a Kong, Hulk smash. And, and that kind of play only works when you have like Khalil Mack kind of strength. And if you don't have Khalil Mack, I throw you with one hand, Thor strength, then you can't play that way. You know what I mean? And he tries to play that way. I would argue that Max Crosby at first played that way. And when I say at first, I don't mean like his rookie season. I mean literally at first, like 1 or 2 games. And then he was like, okay, I got to start using my speed. I got to show him a little wiggle, give him that inside with the shoulders. And ever since he started doing that, he's killing the league. And that was like mid-year of his rookie year. He figured it out. Incredible. Let's see. Do you think we're going to pick up someone to help Max on the defensive end? Armando, I want them to, but I don't know that they will. For example, I think they'll use Malcolm Coons. I know I'm saying his last name wrong, but he's on our roster. He's a defensive end / linebacker. He put on a little weight in the offseason coming into this season, so he'd have a chance at defensive end. And they've put him there a couple times. He hasn't done too much. And then we have that other kid, Amari Burry. And I just don't know if Amari Burry is big enough. I think he only weighs like 240, 235. And with the rigors of a football season, younger guys lose weight. You know what I mean? When they're puffed up guys, I normally walk around at 235, and then suddenly you see them in a game and they're 255. But then in 4 games, they drop all that weight. Hey, don't laugh. Chris Paul's been playing good. You know. It's sad that Mark Davis is so focused on the Aces. Yeah, they got back to back wins, but he should focus on the Raiders. Anna Diaz, I agree, but at the same time, I think that Mark Davis sees the Raiders as the franchise he inherited from his dad, not the franchise he loves and he wants to make into a winner. I don't think he sees us that way. What did my dog get me with? He's eating like dog cracker or something. Got it on my shirt. What the hell? Okay, I give up. Maybe I won't give up. I mean, it is the end of the show. You guys want to see if I can actually do this? There it goes. Yes. Roberto Gonzalez Jr. What's up, Bear? It's been a minute. Greetings from sunny San Diego. What's up, Roberto? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you. Bear should come to the game against the Giants so we can actually meet you in person. Mark Alvarez, I'm feeling you. Let's see. It's first. Okay, here we go. It first read is there. AOC can get the ball there. He will struggle when he needs to play off script. I really hate to lose this game to the Bears. Have more faith in Hoyer to get this W. Jeremy Friedland, I kind of agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, I feel like the Bears are the perfect team to unleash AOC and know that at least you have a chance to win the game and get him some viable experience. because it just, to me, it's just a waste of time to have Brian Hoyer out there, because whether you win or not, he's not a part of your future. So trying to win with him, just to me, I hate the idea. I want to see the kid get better, and I want to see the kid get better and lead us to wins. You know what I mean? I want to see that. All right, that's my show. Much love. Shout out to our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard. Woo! For all you do. The image and the love and the energy and the love of this show are dedicated to your sacrifice, active and veteran. Much love. Don't forget, consider a subscription to R8RBEAR family page. It's just $5. It's right down there, the green badge next to the blue thumbs up. You click on that, and you're on your way. And subscriptions go directly to charities that we work with every week. R8RBEAR! I will be back tomorrow. I will have my supporters only show at 4. Then I'm on at 8, R8RBEAR family page. So if you're not a supporter, get with it, because we're on tomorrow at 4. Supporters only. Let's go. What? All right, love you guys. Love you all. Raider Nation, I love you. Keep tuning into your boy Bear. Because you know why? Because I keep it straight. I tell it like it is. And it's just funnier and more handsome with me.